but I don't fade. Busy, but my bills pay. Busy, but my bills pay. Yeah. Busy, but my bills pay. Closed mouths don't get fed, that's what mom said. Busy, but my bills pay. I stay on top, missionary. I just tell her how it is. 550 bins with the fresh beard, and the doors pop open like Obama is. Pockets so fat, clumps. The watch presidential, Trump. Plus I got the pump, dump. So you better run, Forrest Gump. Busy, but my bills pay. Busy, but my bills pay. I win like MJ, but I don't fade. Busy, but my bills pay. Busy, but my bills pay. Yeah. Busy, but my bills pay. Closed mouths don't get fed, that's what mom said. Busy, but my bills pay. Catch me in the cut puffing shisha, and I still get 5 for the...
Yo.
All right, we ready? Are we recording? Oh. All right, yo. Stinger's Podcast. George.
I'm here.
Greg. Special guest. Well, not special guest. He's been before. Andy Green, back in the building.
What's up?
Hey.
Super fan of the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, he's a super fan.
With your little logo hat.
Actually, I was going to wear it backwards, but in honor of the win yesterday.
Which is crazy.
What's crazy? The fact that they actually had to get to that game?
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
All right.
I thought there was 2 games that day.
And what's crazy is the Diamondbacks, how awful they are. Diamondbacks been supposed to get back to the World Series for like the last 3-4 years.
Yeah.
At least the playoffs.
The weirdest thing about baseball
last year.
Yeah, and then they...
Yeah.
The weirdest thing about baseball to me is that game counts as a regular season game in terms of like standings and stats. And then they also had another game that was rained out that they didn't play. So 2 teams played only 161 games. I don't know if you saw that.
Yep.
Baseball is the only sport I think that would do that. I don't think basketball, well, they play indoors, so they can't get rained out, but I guess it could be something else. But I think they always replay the game.
I think I hate watching celebrations after stuff like that.
No, you don't.
Bruh.
That Puig video I sent you might be one of the funniest things this year.
Okay. That was funny, but it's stupid. They look like they won a World Series. All right.
Yeah, but every team does that. It's not like they
I don't like
special.
it. It's not just them. I just don't like it. It's too much.
I think when you play 162 games and you by the way, what does the audio sound like? Is it good? Because I don't have headphones on. So.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to you?
I can hear kind of.
Oh, those might be just broke.
Yeah. I can hear.
There's no crazy noises or anything?
No sound,
nothing.
Nothing. No echo, nothing. So, yeah, we good.
All right, good.
I don't even know why I'm wearing these.
Anyways, they play so many games at such a long season that it's almost like they deserve to do that.
Yeah. Baseball is way too long. You celebrate like that and then go and lose.
See, that's the thing. I think they should play fewer regular season games and then allow more teams to get in the playoffs. Yeah, play 140 games and then let an extra team or 2 extra teams get in. So where you have 8 teams or whatever instead.
Especially this season because they had so many teams that were right there.
Yeah,
they could have a bunch of good series if they get those teams in.
I hate the fact that I hate just the one card, the one game. I hate that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they should play fewer. But see, the thing about baseball is people love I think what people love about baseball the most, and we could talk about sports in general, but it seems like baseball records are more well known than all other sports records. Like people know the home run record, they know Hank Aaron's record, they know DiMaggio's record, they know. What else is there? Nolan Ryan, how many no-hitters he has. They know stuff like that. Whereas in other sports, if I asked you, what's the record for touchdowns in a season for a receiver or touchdowns for a running back? No one knows that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure Emmitt Smith has a rushing touchdown record and Randy Moss has, either Randy Moss or Jerry Rice have the touchdown record. But I think Randy Moss broke it in 2007 when he played with
Patriots.
Yeah. But that's the thing is
stood for so long in baseball too because
Bruce. Well, some of that shit's impossible. Not for the 56 game hitting streaks. In my opinion, is never going to get broken. I know people have been saying that since it happened, but
I don't view that one as something that should be impossible to break. Getting a hit.
The game's so different now. You can't because everyone's either trying to hit a home run or not, or they just don't want a single or anything. They'd rather strike out or hit a home run. That's the way the game's changed.
That's definitely. Giancarlo Stanton, that's their method of baseball, which I didn't even know the Yankees led baseball in home runs this year. Yeah. I thought they should have, but I didn't know they actually did.
mean, they play in a small ballpark. I'm gonna make excuses for it.
I think people love saying that. They hit it, and every time I would watch a Yankees game, and they would say, "Oh, in another part."
They got a lot of power hitters. I mean, the two kids they
course.
brought up this year who are rookies both hit 25 bombs or 28 or whatever it was. Andy Har and the other kid, I forgot the other kid's name, but
I think somebody in Colorado would, because everyone hits home.
that's the only thing. Yeah, it makes sense to me that like every time I see Colorado players' numbers at home, I'm like, oh yeah, you playing Colorado, and then they go on the road and they're trash, which is why I had confidence in the game yesterday because they can't hit on the road.
They're playing on the road,
But
Chicago, right?
yeah, I think it's on right now. Not that I care, but
Rockies are winning. I saw.
I don't care about
Well, that's
that
the
game.
thing about this now, that they have that game plus another wild card game. If like the Rockies come out, they've already burned two of
Yeah,
their
they
pitchers.
lost 2 pitchers. That's
It's
crazy.
like, what do you
Yeah,
do?
it's shit. It's definitely a shitty schedule. There's no doubt about that. I mean, you got to fly 2,500 miles or whatever it is from LA to Chicago and play. The only good thing about it is they got an afternoon game yesterday and a night game today, so it was like a little bit extra rest. But that's the only good thing.
I definitely have Rockies beating the Cubs.
I don't know
It's
why.
1-0 right now.
Rockies winning, right?
Yep, second
I'm
inning.
telling you, you're the only person that underestimate the Rockies.
The Rockies are the worst team of the teams that made the playoffs.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like, and you already know me.
I
I
might say-
talk statistically. You don't. You talk about like what you see. I
Wrong.
talk statistically.
I talk both.
Statistically,
All right? You
like-
100% only rely on statistics.
No, that's not true at
Yeah,
all.
you do. You think there's no such thing as like visually seeing somebody.
No, I never said that.
You act like
You're
it.
making stuff up now.
Okay.
No, they're the worst team by far of the teams that made the playoffs. In the AL, the teams that are in the wild card game would be the 2 seed or whatever. I mean, I'm not talking about record, but like if you looked at talent, statistics, and whatnot in the National League, they'd probably be like 2-3 seed. In the AL, they're 5 and 6 or 4 and 5 or whatever. So it's different, but the Rockies are by far the worst team that made the playoffs. On the road, they're like the worst team in the league hitting on the road or some shit like that. I had to look the number up, but it's amazing they won as many games as they did on the road with as bad as they are hitting. Like their pitching, that's the thing. That's why the Rockies got so much better so quickly, is the pitching got so much better. Because forever, you would be like, oh yeah, the Rockies will hit, but they can't. They're going to give up. They're going to score 8 runs and give up 10.
Did they finish with a negative run differential?
No, because of those Phillies.
series
Yeah,
where they
the
scored
series
50
against the
runs?
Phillies and the one against the D-backs before that, where they won 9 out of the last 10 games. So, and then they won 12-0 on the last day of the season too. So,
Man, well, cats be sending stuff while we record to talk about on the show. Who is sending
I wish they did.
Bodecker? Somebody said a Nike employee did something. We can talk about it in a little bit. Who winning, Rockies or Cubs? I'm going Rockies.
Cubs are at home. Even though I'm already at a disadvantage losing 1-0. Cubs are at home. I got the Cubs.
Oh, the man behind the Nike SB and several other initiatives has passed away. Okay. I don't know who he is.
OG man.
Is that the man who was on Ballers? You seen that?
I haven't watched it yet.
Ballers has a Nike SB storyline this season.
No, I haven't watched it. Don't tell me.
Hey, really trying to bring back an Nike SB?
I hope they do, so I can sell all my shoes for a lot of money.
Oh, they do bring back all the Nike SBs, so without the foam in the tongue.
No. I hope that Nike SBs just come back. I don't care about any other nukes because I'm not buying them, but I hope they just come back.
You wouldn't buy any.
The only ones that I would buy is those ones we both bought and took back. The like deconstructed one that we thought was really sale, but you got it and it was like
it
gray or
sucks.
white or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. If they actually made good colorways of that shoe, I would buy that shoe. Because it's like a Jordan 1 and it's not all the padding is thinner.
Did you say Rockies?
Yeah, I said no. I didn't say anything, but I would say Rockies.
Oh, okay. See, he knows.
I like the Rockies.
I don't respect the
I like
Rockies.
their
I respect the D-backs. I don't respect the Rockies. The D-backs had, until the last week of the season, the D-backs had a respectable run differential. They should have been 20 to 25 games above 500, and they actually have talent. The Rockies just have a bunch of guys who can hit in one stadium and not in the other 29 stadiums. I got no respect for that.
I only reason why I don't respect the Rockies. Actually, the only time I ever not respect the Rockies is the year they made the World Series. That one year, I was like, what is this? All right,
Rockies made the World Series?
2007 when the Red Sox.
I was
beat
going to
them.
say 07, but that's right. Sweet.
Yep. They got washed. A's or Yankees? This one, right? Yeah.
Tomorrow, I think.
Yep. That's what I'm waiting for. A's.
It's in Yankee Stadium, so I just go with the home team. But those teams are so closely matched that I think it'd be like a classic game. Yankees win by like a run or
Well,
something.
their second half of the season was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. All right. And I got
And they have the
Same
lowest-
thing as the
and they have the
Brewers.
lowest
I mean,
payroll in
yeah,
the
the
entire
Brewers and A's both, made the late runs or whatnot. I don't know.
I got A's.
Yeah, you got the A's winning the World Series.
I got the
or
A's
something,
winning the
which
World
doesn't make any
Series.
sense.
I'm a Dodgers fan. I love the Dodgers.
You are nothing but Oakland stuff in this room.
Look, I love the A's too. I'm picking realistically based off what I think. Now, I do think the Dodgers have probably the most talent on every team in the league. To me, maybe next to the Yankees.
They don't have like the most
I think they have the
top end
most
guys,
skilled
but the Dodgers have by far the most. They can put two lineups together.
It's gonna be A's.
Like
Dodgers
two
in the World
lineups that can
Series.
make the playoffs lineups, but they don't have. If you looked at the Dodgers, like their top two guys can compete with any other team hitting wise, Turner and Machado. But if you went further than that, you would. Well, I guess Muncy had a really good year, but I don't look at Muncy and be like, oh yeah, he's doing that consistently. He just did that this season. But if you look at the other teams, like I think like Houston, for example. They have guys who have done it consistently year in, year out for years. So their high-end talent's probably a little better.
I picked Astros at the beginning of the season on one of the podcast episodes winning the World Series. They were playing incredible.
The craziest thing about the Astros, like I know they had a lot of injuries this year, but the craziest thing is they're not as good of a hitting team with the same exact lineup, but they're way better pitching now because the rotation got better, the bullpen started pitching a little bit better. That's crazy.
I say A's, Dodgers, and I'm going to go for the Dodgers if that happened. But I think the A's will win the World Series against the Dodgers.
I'm going Red Sox. I think the Dodgers are going to get there because they always do. But I think the Red Sox are going to win.
What's that?
No, I think the Red Sox probably should win, but I don't think they are.
The best team in the AL is Houston overall.
Yeah, of course.
But I think I'm going outside the box a little bit. I think the Indians get there.
No way.
Indians? Yeah, I think the Indians get there.
No.
Indians, Dodgers, I think the Indians win the series.
Dang, Indians are not getting the World Series, though. Indians do this, every other year where they like, whoa.
No,
like,
last year
they
they
made
were
the
the
playoffs.
Was the last year? Yeah, maybe it was last year.
They won 22 games in a row at the end of the season.
Yeah,
and everybody
they
was
did
picking
all the
them.
time, and then they got put out the first round? Who put them out?
Yeah, but no. Well,
I think they did.
The Yankees. But it went 7 games or whatever the series was, yeah. And then it was Yankees-Houston after that, yeah.
And my sleeper is Milwaukee, like I told you.
Yeah, they suck. They have a really good bullpen, but
So their bullpen is great.
They have no starting pitching.
no starting pitching. Yelich carried them for the entire last 2 months of the season, like slugging 750, which is beyond
MVP.
nuts because the guy look, you look at his numbers, he's not a power guy. He's always been like base hit guy, steal bases, lead off, high OBP. He's never been someone who's going to hit 40 home runs. And he hit 37 this year?
Something like
36?
Something like that.
Yeah, so that came out of nowhere. Like in the past, he hit 22 or whatever last year, but there's a big difference between 22 and 37. So I don't know if I'm buying what he did in the second half. And no one in baseball history, at least, obviously Barry Bonds has done that before and Babe Ruth's done that before, but no one like Yelich had it like the last 2 months of the season like that. It's nuts. He slugged 750 over 2 months.
What episode is this?
Episode
127.
127.
Yeah, we can go back to that.
I'm like, what happened?
But yeah, I think the Tribe beat the Dodgers.
Why are you picking the Indians?
Baseball is just weird like that. Like last year, everyone thought they were going to win the World Series, and they got put out, and then it's just weird. Like shit happens, man. They won 22 games in a row last year. Everyone thought they were the best
Won the
team.
World Series last year. They should have, and they ran into the Astros. They should have won the World Series last year. If the Dodgers would have played anybody else, they would have won the World Series.
Dave Roberts probably should have made it. Well, no. See, everyone looks at that series and they think the Astros blew the doors off. The statistics were almost exactly even. They both scored the same amount of runs in the series.
Yeah,
They scored the same amount of runs in the series. The teams had like similar ERA, similar batting average, similar home runs, everything.
World Series. It was great. They just ran into the Astros at that point. The Dodgers would have washed anybody at that point. And the Astros would have washed anybody else if they played somebody.
Dave Roberts just made a mistake with starting the Game 7 because if you're going to bring Kershaw in anyways and let him throw that many innings, just start him. I mean, that's the only argument that I agree with in that.
Why? Shit, I was going to say.
I don't blame him for trading for you, Darvish. I mean, you have to go get an arm. It was a 162-game season. You need guys, but in the playoffs, I don't understand
Why are
that.
you not talking about the Braves?
Who?
Neither one of you. Neither one talking about the Braves.
Because they're not good enough.
They're young.
They're good enough to beat the Dodgers because it's a 3-game series. You only got to win 3 games to win the series, but they're not good enough to win the World Series. No,
of course not. No, they're not at all. And when the last time did Atlanta ain't been in the playoffs since what? It's been a long time.
Has it been the 90s?
I think it's the 90s.
No.
It's been a really long time.
No, it's not that long.
I think it was Fred McGriff.
All right. I'm going to need you to
I'm not
chill
joking.
out. That's definitely not true.
I'm 100% serious. Last time Braves made, I think it was Maddox.
David Justice was hitting people.
Yeah. Who wore jersey number 27? Come on. We're getting really off with this, all right?
George's man, Mr. Kemp.
Oh,
that's
he did.
true.
That's right. That's not George's man. That's George's enemy. He went and bought.
I used to like Kemp, and then he bought my shoes, and I was upset about that.
Archie Bradley's enemy.
Yeah. Oh wait, it said the.
Yeah,
Braves.
that was 2 pretty big ABs back to back.
That's what killed the season right there.
Braves.
Yeah, I mean,
2013.
I think if you look back, yes, but like if that mentally is what did it for the D-backs, they were still only a game or 2 out. Like, why would that be? What?
I blame
The series that pissed me off the most was that the Rockies going. Like, I understand the Rockies sweeping Phillies, for the Phillies 4 games in their own building, but the series that
why
pissed me
you
off
understand. Oh well, either at home again. They were at home.
well, the Phillies collapsed the entire last
Second half of the season.
2 months or whatever it was.
At one point, I was like, they were.
But the series that really
the division.
The Dodgers swept Colorado and came out of that series with a 2.5 game lead, and I'm thinking like, oh, all right, they got San Diego next, and the Rockies have to go to Arizona. They'll lose at least 2 of those games, at least 1, maybe 2. So I'm like, all right, if the Dodgers win 2 out of 3 from the Padres, they're up 3.5 at the very least. And then they went there and got swept. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was on your couch.
Everyone
Angry.
in the MLS collapsed the last half of the season. Like everyone had leads and then blew them.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just-
absolutely.
Baseball's
And that's
weird.
Nah, it was when I was in Cleveland.
And see, if they would have cut some of these games in half, a lot of these.
Well, that's why they have September roster expansion to 40. You know what I mean? Because you need, or guys are going to tear their arms up and whatever else.
Baseball playoffs, I think, as of the last couple years, have surpassed hockey playoffs. And hockey playoffs, to me, are the greatest playoffs.
I think hockey playoffs still number 1.
No, last year, baseball playoffs were incredible.
It's probably because the Dodgers were in it for the first time in.
I don't think it was solely the Dodgers. I think every game I thought every series was enjoyable. And I was in Dallas watching.
I didn't think it was any different other than my team made the World Series and it went 7 games. That's the only thing that made it different for me. But I didn't look at the playoffs.
The
like
year
it's
before
better.
that, they had Cubs winning against the Indians. 2
Yeah.
teams that weren't supposed to be there.
That's a fact.
That game went. Yeah, that went 7 games too.
Either one of those.
Well,
teams
And Cleveland blew
won.
3-1
Maybe at the
lead.
beginning of the year, people said they weren't supposed to be there, but the Cubs were the best team in the league that
Yeah.
year. They won 108 games or 106 games.
Or 2 teams that you thought would blow it. You know, they're not. They haven't
Oh,
won
yeah,
in so
yeah,
long.
yeah,
So someone had to win.
Who wore jersey 27
Leonard Fournette.
on the Jags?
Yep.
Oh, Mike Trout. It's a good one. Baseball.
Here's one that'll be controversial. Ray Rice.
Yeah, he did. Where is he at?
Casino
Hopefully
elevator
dead.
somewhere.
I mean,
Casino.
actually, that's me.
All
I shouldn't
right,
say
settle
dead.
down.
And maybe I should have just said jail instead of dead.
I mean, what? Why's he got to go to jail?
I got him on camera punching a woman in the face. What are you talking about?
Okay. You said you hope he's in jail. He should have went to jail at that point in time.
Bruh!
Okay, look, man. If everybody else is forgiving him, his girl and all that, what are you talking about? Huh? Now, you just dislike him.
What are you talking about? So you think people just go punch girls in the face?
No, of course not. He should have went to jail, went to court, done the whole spiel.
Yeah, but that's not something you should get like a year for. You should get like 10 years for that. Yes. Like that should have been like the prosecutor's lowest offer is like, oh yeah, 10 years.
10 years for punching someone in the face?
You punch someone in the a woman in the face and knock her out. Yes, that's
But what do you get if you punch a man
serious
in the
assault.
face?
Probably something that's a little bit less because they have the ability to defend themselves a little bit more than a woman does.
Well, it was kind of a sucker punch. They weren't like fist fight.
That should make it worse.
So the sucker punch on a man, like 7 years?
I don't know. It should be less, but it should still be like.
I am an advocate for having standard.
If you assault
years
somebody,
for levels. All right,
that's domestic violence too. I mean, how many charges can you put on that?
I am a fan of like homicide. You did it. Give him 35, guaranteed.
Yeah, give him life.
Depending on, life.
I'm not talking about people who had actual self-defense. I'm talking about if you kill somebody, another human being, like, and you actually had time to think about it, and you still did it.
Oh yeah, premeditated.
I don't even necessarily mean premeditated. I'm saying like, man, you got in a fight, and like.
That's different.
And something happened, and then I go to my car, get a gun, and come back and shoot you, where I had like time to think about it.
Yeah, that's
not premeditated, but it's still like, oh yeah, you still made a bad decision.
Yeah, you got to give levels to your homicide jail time. Now, if we get into a fight, you do. Now, if we get into a fight and you just get punched so hard that you die, you shouldn't get 55 years.
No, but you should
get about 18.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not. I mean, it's still a homicide, but that's not murder one or murder two.
Now. There are certain.
You had zero intent of murdering that person, but you still get manslaughter. So you should go to jail for 10 or more.
Now, I do believe in temporary insanity. Right?
No, I don't believe in that.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. There are certain instances. Okay. Let me explain to you why I know you believe in it. If the freaking Wildcats or Diamond, or Dodgers,
I'm not going to kill anyone about that.
You're right. But as fast as I've seen you lose it, I wouldn't be shocked. It wouldn't be shocking.
I'm not going to kill anyone over that.
Okay, well, I'm not. I said I believe in it. I didn't say everybody has the ability to do so. I say it all the time. You never know.
There ain't temporary insanity. You
I don't know about that.
You knew what you were doing, huh?
Bruh.
Now, is there like real insanity? Like Charles Manson or something like that? Yeah, that's real insanity. There's not temporary insanity.
Okay, I can paint a picture for temporary insanity and you think like,
Nah.
Oh, okay. I know a situation. Bruh, I know a situation for myself. If I went for a hard day of work, I'm talking about hard day shoveling coal in a steam engine. All right, I'm building railroads, and you come home and you throw your lunchbox and thermos in the corner, and you go in the bedroom and your wife butt naked with another man. Oh, you never know.
Wasn't that the video to Eminem and Dr. Dre song?
I don't know, but that's
guilty conscience.
Okay, so which one are you killing?
Or everybody can get it.
Oh yeah, you definitely a psychopath.
No,
you're not temporary insanity. You're a psychopath.
Bro, you have a stretch, throw your lunch pail in the corner, babe. Let's go. You never know.
You should definitely fight him, but you shouldn't kill him.
I ain't fighting nobody if everybody but naked. You gotta get your clothes on.
I'm fighting. No,
I probably will.
Because I got an advantage. If you naked and I've got fall clothes on, shoes on, I got an advantage. Huh?
Yeah, you got grip.
You got your work boots on still.
Your feet be slipping on the ground and stuff.
You still got your red wings on. Still toe boots.
And you got a condom on, huh?
Yo, don't get me angry, fam. I'll cut this episode short and go home right now. Go through the window. Climb through the window. Yo, what's happening? What y'all doing? What we doing? Pickups?
Rudy Gobert.
Oh, Rudy Gobert is a good one. Was he Utah?
Yes. Let's see. Who else?
Vladimir Guerrero.
Oh, it's a good one. He likes to strike out. Oh, Giancarlo Stanton. Wasn't he 27? For Marlins? Oh, was he 13?
Oh, yeah. Someone who I think has no business being in the MVP race, but people love him for some reason. Trevor Story. I can't stand Trevor Story.
I mean, why not?
Because he doesn't hit on the road. I mean, I just don't. Like I said, I don't respect any. The only Rocky who hits on the road is Arenado. That's it. Even Blackman can't hit on the road.
You're
all those dudes are regular to terrible.
Your envision of like MVPs are like the perfect player. Like
no,
they hit on the road, they hit on away, they pitch, they drive the bus. They
you
do
should
anything.
be able to hit on the road and away because. Just because your because your stadium is like 5,500 feet and you can hit home runs easier doesn't mean you should go on the road and be terrible.
Air is different too.
Well, that's the whole point.
All right, look, I don't make the rules.
No, the NL MVP. Actually, we can talk about that too since we're talking about baseball. NL MVP is Yelich. There's no doubt about that. Last 2 months of the season is nuts.
Is JD Martinez?
No.
Oh, why not? What? What are you talking about? The Red Sox have been good. What are you talking about?
He's the best player in the best team.
He's the best player.
No, he's not. Mookie Betts is better than he is on his own team. And Mike Trout's WAR is 10.6 right now.
Okay, first of all, I don't even care what Mike Trout is doing. As long as you're on the Angels, it doesn't matter to me.
It matters if you're the best player in baseball.
Look,
He's by far the best player in baseball.
I will say,
and Mookie Betts is second.
I will say Betts is better than JD Martinez, but I would give the MVP to JD Martinez. Now Betts in the beginning of the season, was
JD Martinez doesn't play defense. Every once in a while he'll play the outfield.
Your player is the ultimate.
The only
player.
reason you said Kane was in there because he plays defense. What are you talking about?
Kane is good.
Kane is not good. He's a good defensive player. He's mediocre hitter. Now he may be having a good year this year, but that doesn't mean he's like that's his career level.
I mean, look,
Mookie Betts is way more valuable than JD Martinez. Way.
That's debatable.
The two guys in the race, the only two that should be included is Betts and Trout. That's it.
It's hard to measure.
And if you give it to Betts,
if
fine.
you're not Trout or anybody, it's hard to measure value in baseball.
You can't,
unless you're a pitcher.
You can't do that.
Now Verlander.
Don't sit here and tell me that Trout is so good that you measure everyone against him. Then you're making it his fault.
I kind of do.
Then you're making it Trout's fault because he's so good.
Trout's probably been the best baseball player in the last 10 years. However many years it's been.
He's probably the best baseball player since Mickey Mantle or Ted Williams or whoever else you want to pick out.
So that's the
he's
standard.
gonna get a lifetime contract.
Actually, I guess
$500
Barry
million?
Bonds existed, but Barry Bonds
He's gonna get a lifetime contract. They were saying for $500 million.
They definitely should offer it to him, but whether he'll accept it or not, he might want to go win.
He better go to Philly or somewhere.
All right.
Why not?
Well, Philly's not going to have any money after this offseason because they're probably going to sign Machado and maybe Nationals man. What's his name?
Harper.
Yeah, Harper.
I doubt Harper goes there. I bet he stays in Nationals. That's a disappointment. That's a disappointing.
They don't have the money.
All right.
He's either going to the Dodgers or the Phillies, I think.
They'll have the money. They'll figure something out.
I don't think they have any money.
He's not going to the Dodgers. He might go to the Yankees. Maybe. If they have the money. They got plenty of money.
Why wouldn't he go to the Dodgers?
Dodgers just, who knows? The Dodgers.
I don't get it.
I don't see it happening.
They specifically didn't go over the luxury tax this year so it would reset so they had money to spend next
They have money to
offseason.
offer. Yeah, they're going to offer, of course, but I don't think he's going to come to the Dodgers.
We'll see. He's from Vegas, so it's pretty close. But I'm pretty sure Machado. All right, yes. He probably could hit a pocky puck pretty hard. Pause.
A pocky puck.
All right. I definitely said hockey. But,
he said pocky puck.
Okay.
You
hear what you want to hear, fam.
Pickups.
You do got the headphones on.
Everybody got pickups. I have none. Y'all still doing jerseys and things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last thing I got was the purple ones, court ones.
Oh, you got a pair?
Yeah.
And you didn't wear them today with the purple jersey?
Damn.
Oh, it is raining outside. It's raining like crazy in Arizona.
We're floating away.
Facts.
Ryu starting game 1 instead of Kershaw.
He should.
Interesting.
Why waste Kershaw? Kershaw's not a player.
Why waste Kershaw?
not a playoff pitcher.
Altuve also wears 27, by the way. Anyways.
An excellent player. My
Yes.
kind of guy. Heart.
Oh,
Because he's your height?
He's my height. He got heart, fam.
Kareem Hunt, he's another person who's probably about your height.
You right.
27. Jeremy Roenick, 27. There's a lot of good 27s.
And Mahomes is fire.
This is going to be ridiculous, and I probably shouldn't say this, but he may already be the best quarterback in the NFL. Man is running, getting tackled by the best, like, pure defensive rush end in the league and throwing left-handed.
It switches.
Now, Khalil Mack is a better overall defensive end, but he's not a better rush end.
Khalil Mack is obviously a team changer. Okay. He can.
You're preaching to the choir here. Jimmy Man posted that thing, got his Mac jersey in the mail or whatever, and I replied to his thing. I said, "This is." What did I say? This is.
Report this as spam.
Yeah, this is spam.
Bruh, I got Hunt and Mahomes
Fire.
and Hill on the same fantasy team. I'm gonna go undefeated.
No, you're not. It's pretty good, but no.
I almost did lose though. That game.
You panicked last night.
You were
like,
right.
yeah, exactly. Look at you.
I was like,
they play the Jaguars this week. In case you might not want to play any of them.
Are you crazy? Jaguars out there,
The Jags have allowed 4 touchdowns the entire season.
bruh.
The entire season.
And
One of those was in to the Jets last week, and like when it was already 26-3.
Let's talk about staying consistency. The Chiefs lost that game last night. They were done. All right. But you know what they did?
Yes, I just said Mahomes is probably the best quarterback in the league, which is
Mahomes-
foolishness, and I should never say that.
Mahomes is everything we wanted out of Vic and everything we're still waiting on from Cam. Facts. Facts. And
I'm a disagree because I never thought Cam or Vic would throw for 400 yards. Mahomes threw for 850 yards in a college game once against Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
That's Texas Tech offense, fam. That's how they get busy.
I understand that. I'm just saying, Vic never did that. Cam never did that. You never expected they would be able to throw like Mahomes.
Vic ran for like 800 yards.
Vic just wanted to run all the time.
My thing was, I didn't think Mahomes would be able to come from Texas Tech's offense and work that well in the NFL. He's exceeded everyone's expectations.
I said that would happen.
He's got the right weapons, the right coach.
I don't even think the weapons matter. He's out there throwing to like their 4th and 5th wide receivers. He made Sammy Watkins relevant before, and then he got injured again last night, of course, or whatever.
Yeah,
but
and I got him too.
he don't play him. He don't matter.
Yeah, here's the thing with players like that on their team. You think they don't matter, and then they matter. You be like, I'm not playing him. You look at the thing that had 16 points. I'm like, yo, all right. Look. Fantasy football should be a year-round thing in a casino, like gambling, like a table.
It is
where you
on
just
DraftKings or whatever.
I'm talking about year-round. Like it's just computer-generated games played, and you pick players. That's how. I've never had this good of fantasy football teams. Never.
Usually
Yeah, because you picked Jay Cutler number 1 overall. That's why.
Yeah, I usually don't care anymore, but I am doing great.
because you picked Jay Cutler number 1 overall.
Pickups. Did you have any pickups?
Nah.
You get Goku's?
No.
Did you get them? I know you were really talking about them.
I don't know how to order Adidas. I don't buy Adidas, so.
But was it on Adidas website? Or?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it was.
And it's restocked a couple times too, but I don't know if it was like a full restock because they'll say restock and then like 10 minutes later I'll click on it and it's already sold out.
I tried a couple raffles, but.
Oh. You only wanted the orange ones, right? Did you want them all?
The orange ones out of this one. So those, I don't know, maybe some of the other ones, those green ones.
That shoe is underrated fire, underrated comfort.
I will say
you need a cop one.
Some pics I seen, like people I don't know.
Not the orange color, the model I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I do want the model. But I feel like if there's something out there like that Goku, I feel like you got to have the best one in that model.
Which is the first one that came out, gray and red and white.
I never got a Iniki. Like,
yeah, but it's better.
And you don't buy Adidas.
Way better than a Nike.
Yeah, you don't buy any Adidas at all.
Yeah,
way better. I didn't try to buy any of those.
What, the Goku stuff?
I didn't try.
You talked about it episode after episode after episode.
I mean, I talked about it multiple times, but then like the last couple of them, you were like, "Are you gonna buy it?" And I was like, I don't know why.
I just didn't feel like it.
Well, that might have been part of it, half and half.
You said you call it core purples.
Yeah, that's the last thing I've got.
Dang.
What's that? Jordan 1s?
Yeah. I didn't buy anything.
Dang, winner. Lit.
On sneakers.
Really? Oh, I tried for it. LL. I mean, I got 2 GS pairs that I slung.
Usually I don't wake up.
Yeah, I never wake up.
It was on a Saturday, right?
I mean, I was in Cleveland. It was 10 a.m. It's different.
My fiance woke up to go to the gym, and I happened to wake up, and I looked, and it was like 6:52, and I was like, I'm going to try for these real
that's
quick.
the only time. I wake up at about 6:54 or something like that, and I'm like, oh, shoot, I might as well give it a shot. What comes out this week? Halloween
Blazer Magoos.
Blazers. Some joints are fire.
No, they're not.
Blazers,
You already knew I was gonna say no, they're not.
Blazers
So
are
don't be
one of
surprised.
and I like large.
The colors of that blazer are fire, but there's something about that blazer. Like I don't know how it's possible to take a blazer and make it look like a boxing shoe, but he did it. It's trash. It just makes no sense.
I would think Blazer SBs look more like a boxing shoe than those.
No, he took the swoosh and made it bigger. The swoosh on a
don't
blazer
like
is already
logos.
big.
You don't like large logos. I
Yeah,
love
it's
it. You
weird.
know why
No,
I like
you
large
don't.
logos? Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. What are you talking about? I got the grudges at home from like the 90s. One of the biggest swooshes in Nike history. All right.
When did you buy it?
What?
When did you buy it?
I mean, I probably bought them in like 90.
And we owned all the shirts that had swooshes this big in '93 or whatever,
Okay.
and now we don't own them no
wear
more.
any of that.
So there you go.
I like big swooshes and
No,
bright
you
colors on sneakers because then I don't have to wear anything on my shirt. I like wearing a regular color shirt, a solid shirt, and then I can have the most crazy stuff ever on sneakers.
That's different than having a gigantic swoosh on your shoe. I don't care about the colors. Obviously, I like Sean Witherspoon's are one of the most fire shoes of the last 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, they're fire.
What about the blue ones? Suck.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is everyone's all excited about that one, and that literally was the sample before he came out with the end one. What? It's like, wait, why are they now acting like this is a new thing?
You know what the problem is with sneakers nowadays is
And the blue ones don't suck. They're just not fire. I mean,
yeah, they don't.
you're
suck.
still gonna try to cop and
But
wear.
the blue ones to me take away from the original colorway a little bit. To me, that's the problem. We don't have, and
Like
we talked
what?
about this.
Why?
We talked about this on another episode. There's no more legends anymore in sneakers. Like we're like There's no more
like a person or a shoe.
sneakers, like shoe. Like there's no more laser fours, like stuff like that. Where like it's rare. All the super duper rare stuff now is like a human race.
I don't
and
think-
all of a Beard Man from Urban Necessities owns them all.
But why is that? What does that not make it a legend?
I feel like
I'm pretty sure some of the off-white stuff is going to be
never-
legendary at the end of when it's all said and done.
No, because
No, they're coming out with so many.
They're coming out with so many. Even you said that you're kind of
First
like
Presto is probably 3,000 now.
That's fine, but I'm saying the fact of like they're coming out with so many other like another colorway or version of it that it takes away from it. Even you said Presto's. I'm over.
The second Presto, the one that I got, the all black one, yeah, I was like, meh. But the first Presto, no, it's fire. If I would have been able to get that one on sneakers, I would have, yeah.
Yeah, of course. I'm just saying that I think there are certain times where you don't need another colorway. It should just come out another Sean Witherspoon model. The blue one, let the colorful one live, and let that be.
No, I agree with
check.
that. But why does it take away from the first one? Those are two different points.
I don't know. It just does for me.
It's the same thing with like the
Like-
Yeezys. Now that anyone can get them,
Yeah,
people that are buying them are just
Man,
like.
I've been saying that for like since we started this show.
you're
But it's
right,
the same
but
thing,
everyone
though.
says
But
that.
now it's happening. It's actually
Nah,
happening.
a lot of people disagree with me when we
Actually
first started
happening.
this. I said if they make 1 million pairs of something, no one will care. That's exactly what happened.
I don't know if people didn't care.
They're sitting.
I will tell you, are they still sitting on Adidas and Yeezy Supply?
Maybe not Adidas, but at stores they're sitting. They're
They were
getting
sitting on Adidas
returns.
last
I see in groups people like retail take them.
Yeah, people are. There's this tweet I saw. Some dude, like a store manager, or Finish Line, or Foot Locker, or something. They're getting returned. He had a stack of like 10 that had been returned.
Now you were saying last week when you said people that always took L's. are the ones
That's-
good. Bro. I almost want to get a pair. Like I'd probably get one if it wasn't the all white ones.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I'm gonna try for the sesame one, but
Like,
that's just because
if
I
they're
think the
sitting there, I
sesame
might
one
as-
looks nice.
Yeah, I never got one before. Might as well get one.
That's,
trying for
that's
sesame,
the thing. Everybody
copping
that
sesame, so-
everybody that we know,
I just don't like white shoes.
yeah, bro. If that would have been Beluga, even Beluga 2.0, like anything like that, people would have cared. They released.
it's not.
Okay, they released the weaker of all.
No one cared about the 700s. You can get them for $80 over retail.
Oh, wait, I mean,
Wave runners.
Look.
No one cares about those.
I don't care
Same
about
thing.
any of them. All right. I hope nobody buys Yeezys anymore. I know it's not happening, but I hope they do. I'm so sick of your friend.
See, if it was like Yeezy 2s, if he was still coming out with stuff like that, or the Yeezy, what was it, 750 was the first Adidas one? If he was coming out with stuff like that, you know I wouldn't care because number one, I don't like bulky shoes. I don't love shoes with straps. All that stuff is played out. But when you coming out with stuff like Wave Runners and like the next 750 or 700 that's coming out, that's the one you want.
Like the static one.
Mauve or black or whatever
I'm
it
not
is.
buying another. I'm not buying a Yeezy ever again in my life.
Okay,
I'm
that's
tired of him.
That's fine.
Okay.
I understand.
I hate him.
Yes, so do I. So
He's
do
a
I.
weird person.
Yeah, he's beyond a weird person. But that's the one you've been talking about forever. The next 700.
I said that I might. Oh no, that black one.
Yeah.
yeah. When a
fire.
long time ago.
Yeah.
and then it became a wacko.
So that's my point. So that and that model, when you come out with stuff like that in the 350, and number one is comfort, and number two has got some style and is not a space boot. That's why people want those models. The other ones, I don't know if people actually want to wear a 750. They just thought it was rare and Kanye's shoe. 750 don't want the zipper on
wear
the
it.
side. It's not wearable.
Oh, yeah.
Who's wearing that? Like a regular person, I'm saying. Like, if you wear it on stage and you're performing and you got the right pants or something, fine. But Joe Schmo, John,
If
guy
you
who
play
bought that
basketball,
joint,
You don't
is not
ever
making it
see
look
him.
fire, dude. I'm sorry.
You don't ever see any of them. Like none. Like you don't see anybody.
Yeah, no one wears 750s anymore. Everyone's trying to sell chocolates and blacks and whatever. The only one they're not trying to sell is the original first one. I think people just want to hold it until the value goes crazy.
I never even see them on sale. Like on sale in groups. Like
I don't either.
Oh, I've seen them off like Facebook and whatever. Yeah, they just it's only the gum bottom and the black one. That's it, and chocolate.
You never see like what do you wear?
Yeah,
pictures
nobody wears that
of.
trash.
Like yo, them joints are. They might be low key. Like, you don't ever see those.
Trash.
Ever. I don't know if they're trash.
They're trash. Well, you don't ever see the V1 350 either. You know what I mean? Everyone's wearing V2 350, but same thing.
The problem with what mic
They're
is yours?
trash.
Too. The problem with like I mean the thing is that like they're I look at those as, like,
I said
the original
750
models of like
750 when they first pics leaked. I said they were trash. I've never
course,
changed on
everybody
this,
did.
but I'm saying I've never changed on this despite whatever.
oh yeah I don't mind them. I don't think
no,
they're
they suck.
bad. But
They suck.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy them. I think once you create something like the 350 and V1 or whatever, all that stuff, it blows it out the water. But I don't know. I can't. I don't even understand. Can Kanye even ruin Yeezys? Like, it's like.
Well, you got to remember. Listen, we talked about this before. Michael Jordan said that like Republicans buy shoes too. So I don't think what he said hurt. I mean, his brand personally. It seems like even more people want to buy it now.
You think so?
Because there's all these kids out here buying stuff. They don't follow politics. They don't care about any of that crap. Like,
either that or they listen to like Smoke Perp and then are fans of Donald Trump, but they're white. I mean, that's a thing. You can listen to all the trap music you want and then still like retweet Donald Trump stuff.
Taking the swooshes off their Nikes and burning their Nike gear.
I
haven't seen any of that, but I definitely have seen a lot of, number one, people who would wear MAGA hats retweeting Kanye stuff who never would have cared about him before, because he said Kanye is known for saying a lot of crazy stuff. He said, what did he say? George Bush hates black people, or was it? I know something like that, but was it more severe than that, or is that basically what it was?
It was on live TV.
It was on live TV.
Right. No. I understand that, but I'm saying like I'm trying to figure out what the line exactly was.
That was it. George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Yeah. That's okay. So he's gone from that.
It was George Bush then Kanye
doesn't care for black people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's gone from that to what he did the other day at Saturday Night Live.
Now, but can actions like that? See, I don't expect it for kids to do it. I'm talking about
listen,
like us.
Donald Trump got elected because 63 million or whatever people voted for him, whatever the number is. Those are the same people originally who may have hated Donald Trump, but now, hated Kanye, but now love Kanye because he's got the MAGA hat on. I see on Twitter people like the tweet, Donald Trump says something, hey, go Kanye, and in the comments you look, MAGA, blah blah, Kanye, MAGA. I mean,
shouldn't you not buy Yeezys?
I'm
sorry.
I hate Kanye, but I don't look at stuff like that.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's weird. I don't look at stuff like that.
It's weird.
Like when Michael Jordan said Republicans buy shoes too was dumb, but I didn't stop buying Jordans.
Yeah, but that wasn't like. It was
a lot of stuff has come out since the Kaepernick Nike stuff, by the way, that shows that Nike, at least Nike employees, maybe not the company, donate more money to the right-wing causes than they donate to left-wing causes. Oh, but you don't see anyone complain about that.
I'm not. That's just big business. No, I don't care about anything like. See, something about Kanye to me is like surpassed. I even said on here, I said that I'm gonna eventually give him another shot. I'm gonna listen to the next album. I'm gonna do.
No, I'm not.
But he keeps. Oh, I'm not anymore. Like,
he's a weirdo. I'm tired of him.
Something I told her. We were talking last night, and I told her, I said Kanye West has all the characteristics and tools of a cult leader. There is something off with him. Like, I even looked up cult leader.
My biggest problem is not. I mean, outside of the fact that what he supposedly believes in goes against the best interests of his people. But if you wear the Confederate flag and you voted for Trump and just listen. If that's been your belief system your entire life, I don't have a problem with you, because that's what the only thing you knew being born, growing up, whatever. If you're still that person, that's fine. But someone like him who's just number one, egomaniac, number one. Number two, an opportunist. I don't have any respect for somebody like that. I'm not. It has nothing to do with the views that he has.
That's not mine either.
It has to do with the fact that he's just a wacko. He jumps from things to
crazy
things.
Person.
That's my point.
On a whim.
I don't care about him. I don't care about any of that. That doesn't bother me. It's him. There is something off with him that I look at as dangerous. Okay, I look at him as like. My wife was like, well, why do you think he's like have the characteristics of a cult leader? I'm like, he has literally all the signs of, and this is, I'm telling you what I read and what I know of violent shooters. I'm not saying he's gonna do that, but his mindset is so far off that he thinks that he's at another level and everybody else is wrong.
We've talked about this.
Dude, I looked up cult leader stuff. Now, I'm about to read some of these, all right? And if you can tell me that these aren't Kanye, bruh, I'm telling you, he's the type of person that rewrites his own Bible and tries to sell it. He's an off person. I don't care about MAGA Trump. Look, bruh, I'm not going to sit there and say, yeah, Kaepernick, fight for what you do, and then tell somebody else, no, you can't fight for what you believe in. I told you, I went to the Cardinals game this week. I had never besides social media, television, that's the only time I've ever been around anybody where, like, television, you see people views and what they think. Social media, cutting up people views, what you think, either for it or against it. I've never been around somebody face to face. So we're in suite, shout out to, I won't say who it was, but shout out to them. They always take care of me. And, these are some like upper heads of this company. Their wives, so they did national anthem. The wives were in the very back of the VP suite, right? I'm talking like by the door, all right? They couldn't even barely see, you could see the field just from that open view. As soon as the national anthem came crashing through, busting through, like this. You see anyone kneeling? I'm listening to them. You see anyone? Are they allowed to kneel? Are they kneeling now? Is he kneeling? Is he kneeling? I can't tell. And they were talking, and they were like, I got a pair of Nikes, and I have no idea what to do with them. And I'm sitting here like, now, it's not, they can have their views and stuff like that. To me, it's just more of the fact, like we talked about before, and everyone talks about, it's the lost message amongst everything. It's just because I'm thinking to myself, I don't even know if you fully understand what's happening. Like, your whole mindset is like based off of just, honestly, and this is no downgrade to them as women. I don't know if they work. I don't know nothing about them, but they are with men of like higher power who probably feed them these views. Where we work, I feel it's a lot of people are like that. Okay. Now, to me, I wasn't mad. I wasn't bothered. I was just more like, man, just shut up. It was just a weird situation for me. I've been around anybody personally because I don't hang around with anybody like that. But it doesn't make me view them any differently. Kanye West has this mindset of like he's trying to teach us something, and we're like peons that he's trying, like he has this key.
We already talked about that.
Look, a cult leader acts larger than life. If that's not Kanye, if you can take over, this is the second time he's taken over, maybe third, fourth time he's taken over a live show. George Bush doesn't care about black people. Taylor Swift, Saturday Night Live. If you feel that you have that much to take over a stage, like somebody got into it with me last night on social media about like everyone's getting too emotional about what he's saying. No, he keeps getting emotional about what he has to say and keeps doing this nonsense. I have no problem with somebody having something to say, but his strong suit isn't free speaking and opinionated thought off the cuff. Now, if he wants to write something down, let a friend read it, let another friend read it, do some edits, then go ahead and share it with the world, knock yourself out. But at some point, now, I'm not sitting here about black people, white people, nothing about that. It's more or less him as a poisoned individual. No, he's trying to poison society, to me. That's how I look at it. I look at him as like, you take this stage to throw out this nonsense. It's like, what are you doing? Do you think everyone is going to be like, man, Kanye West, we have to talk about his clothes. His clothes are trash. I've always said from day one, he designs clothes because he wants us to look like him. Always. He thinks what he likes to wear should be us. You look at Ralph Lauren, you look at other clothing brands, they design stuff across the spectrum. Like, I see Ralph Lauren stuff where it's like patch camo. Ralph Lauren himself ain't wearing that stuff. That stuff is made for a particular group who likes that type of stuff. It's something different. All his clothes are modeled after what he likes. He's trying to make, I don't even want to get too deep, but he's trying to make like us like him. Like these, he's a weird individual. I will never support him.
He's an egomaniac. We talked about
ever. An egomaniac.
Narcissist.
And he has these people that really like try to like, hey everybody, yo, you misunderstood. That may be the
I'm not being a Kanye apologist. So I don't have no respect for them either.
Now, if you wanna, I have no problem with people who do want to wear the shoes and stuff. I don't care. I can't. Like, I can't look at the stuff the same way. Now, I've started wearing Adidas again, but I cannot look at Kanye sneakers.
I don't even think, see, that's the thing, is I don't even think I look at it like, oh, it's a Kanye shoe. I don't care.
I do, because I think it low-key still gives everybody this, like, aura of extra cool. It does. Like,
yeah, but you already know I've never looked at it like that. So
you don't look at it like that, but everyone looks at you like that. That's how it is. Yeah, come on.
Some people
walking down the road in moon rocks, like, you don't just see that. Like, it's still, it's still a thing. Like, look, like I said, Kanye West is somebody who will forever be in his own way, but we can't get rid of him. Like,
all right, so let me say, You talked about the Jordan Brand curse
Yes.
being real.
It's real.
Does this whole Kanye stuff, is this the Kardashian curse being enacted?
I don't think so. I think he's the curse on them. It's the first time I look at the Kardashians like, bro, what did y'all get yourselves into it? I look at them with pity.
Well, both of them. I shouldn't say both because that doesn't say which ones I'm talking about. But Kim and what's the one that did the Pepsi thing? Both of them have done questionable stuff. Yeah, she did the Pepsi thing, and Kim did the thing where
I look at them as morons,
someone talked about blackface or whatever, and then she
yeah.
criticized everyone criticizing the blackface because like she knew the makeup artist or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So they've both done some questionable shit in terms of like race relations or social.
But when has Kanye?
Whatever.
When did he start to go down the spiral?
I mean, of course.
No, I think he's always been like that. Maybe not socially in terms of politics, but he's always. Do you remember that shit? Everyone remembers Punked, but do you remember the episode when he was on Punked? You remember that shit? And he
like,
flipped out because of they took his reels or whatever. What in the that was the moment right there where you could tell he was like one of the most gigantic egomaniac narcissists anyone has ever seen.
That's a stressful
he did a song,
situation.
Jesus. What is it? Jesus Walks, and he's on the cross.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he calls himself Yeezus, but Nas has done that before. Nas is on the cross and he hate me now. Like, look, Kanye West.
There's a lot more evidence with one of those people that you just mentioned versus the other person.
Yeah, but even with a Kanye West, with like everyone's albums being 7 records, like he has, when I say a cult leader, he has this thing about him to place his ideologies, whatever, mindset on other individuals. You make a Pusha come out with 7 albums. You make 7 songs. You make a Tiana come out with 7 songs. You make a Nas come out with 7 songs. Like, there's something about him that is bad. He's a bad person, and I don't think everybody can see it yet.
When Lil Wayne came out this album, wasn't Kanye like, yeah, I'm gonna drop mine the same day?
Yeah.
And then didn't. He's like, we could share the day. It's okay. That's what he said.
The world needs Weezy and Yee or something like that.
Yeah.
He tweeted. Like, there's something about him that we just look at him now like, he's just crazy. I'm telling you, there is something more.
Some people might look at him like that.
Wait until he runs for president.
He's a wacko.
Bruh. He can't.
It's not a laughable wacko. There's like Gary Busey is like a laughable wacko. Kanye is like you're a serious wacko, dude. Trump is a serious wacko, not a haha laughable. Like,
I don't look at
you're
Trump
a laughable.
wacko.
You're a real wacko, dude. Like a for real wacko.
I think he's just
No, he's a wacko.
privileged,
Did you see the story that came out today?
egotistical. Nah.
Okay, well, of course he is. He's the same way Kanye is.
But I view that as a lot of people.
Two of the number 1 and number 2 narcissists in the world.
I don't want anybody to support his music. I want people to actually say, oh, no, you can go away. And they've done it to tons of people. There's a lot of people that everyone's decided like, oh, no, they're trash. Like, oh, no, we're done with them. And they just fade away. Like, this needs to happen. I just don't understand.
You already know it's not going to happen. He's been around too long, and he's had this following for forever.
The following is it's more than a following. It's like a religion. Like,
What did I tell you? Like
when you
years
take
ago,
people to Wyoming and stuff and dancing around a fire to listen to that trash music,
I told you
he's
this.
a weird person.
Listen.
He's the type of person like Jim Jones. Everybody drink this, and they all be laid up in Wyoming around a fire dead. He's a weird person.
I've never been a fan of Jim Jones, so I didn't know he was like that.
Okay, not Jim Jones the rapper. Jim Jones.
I don't think that's his actual name, is
His
it?
name is Jim Jones. Relax.
Oh, I didn't think that was his name. I thought it was James something.
He took Dipset.
Oh, is it James? Oh, yeah. I think it's
Or Jamestown was the town where it
I
happened
think that
or something
was the
like
town. Jim Jones in Harlem
Oh,
right
James
now. Like,
Warren Jones. All right, yeah. All right.
Dipset.
Yeah, Jonestown, Guyana. Okay, yeah. I knew it was something Jonestown or Jamestown or something.
Anyways, I am so done with talking about Kanye on this podcast. I think we should just never talk about Kanye again unless the shoes release.
All right, the basketball Yeezy shoes.
banned. Like,
Oh, that's
I
stupid.
don't even know if that even matters.
It's because of the 3M or whatever
Right.
they call it. They're gonna change it and then
Yeah,
they're gonna
it's
let
not
it go.
like
See, if they, I disagree if they banned it because of like how he was acting or political leanings or whatever. Because stupid, who cares? But it probably is the 3M. But why? The Jordan 5 had 3M on it. You know what I mean? Like
5, 13.
What did I
Sean
say?
Kemp's.
5, right?
But
all
but
of
now NBA rules like last 10 years, like you can't have that on You can't have any reflective material on.
I never knew it was even a rule.
Haven't people worn Jordan
When you
5s
sent me the
recently?
list, I looked it up and it was like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jordan 13s too. They had 3M.
Oh, well,
On that little triangle part. Everyone was mad the bread 13s didn't have the 3M.
oh, I don't know.
Flint 13s had 3M.
I don't know.
I don't care. It bothers me seeing like people like Harden and people like that wearing Yeezys. It bothers me because it lets cool surpass like your values of something. I feel like if Kanye wasn't black, it would be crazy. Like it would be the most insane thing ever. Like I feel like if it was like Leonardo DiCaprio or somebody like that came out wild and like we threw Tom Cruise
but no
in
one
the trash.
No one would care.
Right.
No one in the industry you're talking about. I'm trying to say this delicately. No one in urban music or whatever would care if Leonardo DiCaprio or Tom Cruise was doing it. That's the difference.
Everyone loves Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, I think you know what I'm talking about. All right.
Everybody threw.
There's
Tom Cruise in the
plenty
trash
of
when
goofy
he
white
was acting
people.
like a weirdo.
Listen, there's plenty of.
He just jumped on the couch like a psychopath about a girl.
There's plenty of
Scientology.
goofy white people out there doing crazy stuff, and whoever you were talking about does not care because it's because Kanye is involved in everything. He's a producer. He's a musician. He's made a lot of records that people consider classic records. That's why.
Yeah, but
He makes sneakers. I mean,
trash now. Like he's not even producing this music that's phenomenal. I like Life of
Pusha T's
Pablo.
album was fire.
No, Pusha T's album was fire. Okay, but that's Pusha T. All right.
Okay, so
It's not, none, to me, it wasn't no Kanye. To me,
that's fine, but don't say
Nas
he's
album
producing trash and then you say that album's fire.
making trash. All right. Anyways, Kanye should have been banned in basketball. It doesn't matter. J.R. Smith Supreme tattoo. Doesn't matter.
It's stupid. The tattoo is stupid, number one, and the rule is more stupid.
How do we feel about sneaker tattoos? Like
The thing about crazy is about J.R. Smith's.
I think any tattoos are stupid.
It's
And
banned because you
that.
can't have corporate logos that's not sponsored by the NBA. The crazy thing is, Marcin Gortat has a Jumpman logo,
but it got covered up a long time ago.
No, you can wear it because Nike sponsors the NBA now.
When Adidas was, he was still showing it. That was when he was on the Suns. It was still there, and they never had nothing to say.
Yeah, but is it?
I don't even know. How did the NBA even know that was associated with a brand? Is it because social media made a big deal? I mean,
Somebody at Nike called up and said,
everybody in.
That may have happened.
Because I was reading about this. That's why the NBA wants to do this. Because a while back, people were trying to put temporary tattoos on of brands. And players are trying to get sponsored. Money, so that takes away from the brands, especially now with all the patches they're putting on jerseys and all that stuff.
But see, they should have been doing that a long time ago. I mean, in world football, aka soccer teams, the biggest logo on the jersey is the sponsor.
And WNBA, same thing. They changed all that too.
No one watches.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like they fall
viewership is really high in WNBA, a lot higher than a lot of people think.
No, it's not.
No, it is. It's a lot higher than a lot of people think.
If that was the case, they would get paid and they would not complain.
I didn't say it's. I'm saying that I didn't say it was next to NASCAR and basketball and baseball. I'm saying it's higher than a lot of people think. A lot more higher than a lot of people think.
I don't know.
Still low.
What does that even mean? I don't know what that means.
All right, you might think it's a 1. It's actually about a 4. Okay, so that's how it was.
So that's 300% higher than what I think. Is that?
I just don't understand why Supreme is the issue because the NBA shooting sleeve Supreme stuff had NBA logos on it. Like Nike done stuff with Supreme. I feel like Supreme would probably be the one brand where you're like, oh, okay, we'll allow that. NBA.
J.R. Smith is dumb, but the rule is dumb.
That's besides the point. Like we already know that.
Yeah, that's dumb.
I'm just saying.
Now, like, I view just the tattoo itself dumb.
Yeah.
People getting sneaker tattoo. Don has a Jordan 5 tattoo. It's not my thing. I never thought stuff like that was dumb. We've seen the one guy that had the Jordan 3 tattoo would always be the camp out.
I think all tattoos are dumb.
You just think tattoos are
for the most part. Some tattoos I'm okay with, but most tattoos are dumb.
See, I don't have a problem with the Supreme tattoo like other people do. He's just a moron. He got Young Money, Cash Money on his shit. He's just a... He is the epitome of like the millennial dumb. Like he's not that good at his job to be the doing stuff like that. To me, all right. He's better than that than me and everybody else.
Well,
but
he doesn't. I don't think he has tattoos because of his job. He has tattoos
no,
because he likes tattoos.
I'm just
you know what
saying,
I mean?
like to me, when you go out there, it's like Amon Shepherd and stuff like that. I used to say a Shumpert. I used to be like, if you're gonna wear your hair that high and draw that much attention to yourself, you better be good at what you do. Being the guy like Nick Young, being the guy, fire stingers on the court and you trash. Being PJ Tucker, look,
Nick
PJ
Young's
Tucker had a great
personality is different. I look at him different. Him and J.R. Smith, you can put in the same category, but not Shumpert. Shumpert doesn't act like that.
No, he doesn't. But I'm just talking about the fact of like drawing attention to yourself. Now, just back to the tattoo itself. The tattoo itself is stupid. It is what it is. I look at it as like, you know what? He's young, moron. But I think the NBA is wrong in this one. To me, like, I'm sorry. You can't do a Supreme NBA thing here and a Nike Supreme thing here and then be like, whoa, you weren't Supreme? Like, what are you doing? That to me is crazy. If you have no affiliation with Supreme whatsoever, I 100% get it then. Like he go out there wearing a Kith thing and NBA has never done nothing with Kith. Okay, I get that.
The NBA, that's the thing about it, is the NBA made a bigger story out of it than it would have been if they wouldn't have said anything. Who cares? Yeah. No one's going shopping at Supreme because the homeboy has a tattoo on his leg.
That's the thing.
That's how advertising
someone's
works.
got a tattoo of like a Mercedes logo or a BMW logo.
They have them.
Is Kia going to come out and say they need to cover those up? And are they going to start doing stuff like that? Because that gets a really
no one's buying a Mercedes because OG Man has a Mercedes.
I totally understand that, but you start digging into the tattoos and stuff like this that people have had over all the years. Like some dude's got like Carlos
Mercedes.
Oh yeah, you guys are just talking about the hypocrisy of it, which is obviously a thing. But the fact that if they're making a story out of it, they're the ones creating all this.
Well, here's the thing. What happened is they told J.R. Smith, and then he posted it all over social media. They warned him, and then he's the one that posted it. NBA didn't say anything except to him.
Right, but I mean, that's something that is, if you have...
I know.
If you have any kind of PR whatsoever, any credible PR, that's what's going to happen. I mean,
I do feel like J.R. Smith is unjustly picked on a lot of times. I do. Now, a lot of it is brought on himself, but honestly, the NBA could have let that.
There's a lot of people that's been unjustly picked on, though. When you get that reputation, Rasheed Wallace got a lot of teas he didn't deserve. Now, he got a lot he did deserve.
Picked on by the NBA. I'm thinking like by society.
Oh, same thing. Rodman got a lot of teas he didn't deserve. Now, he deserved some, but he didn't deserve what he got, and neither did Rasheed Wallace. And there's a lot of guys like that now. Sports leagues always had grudges against certain guys.
J.R. Smith, to me, like I said, tattoo is something I wouldn't do. I think it's dumb, but you can't have affiliation with it and then have a problem with it. You can't. There's NBA Supreme product out there. There's Nike Supreme product out there. Like, it's stupid. Like, it's stupid. Anything else? Signature sneaker tournament, which you guys have no idea what made the next round.
I mean,
Did you post who made it?
I kind of have an idea.
Did you post who made it?
Yeah, it's on the thing if you click the link on the IG.
I kind of have an idea who made it. What made it? NBA? We got our resident NBA expert in here, too. Phoenix Suns expert.
DeAndre Ayton had a good game last night.
Yeah, who texted about that? Jay? And I had no idea. I didn't know.
24 and 10.
I didn't even realize I expect him to play well for obvious reasons, but
there's still time.
The only thing I texted about, I think, did I text you about LeBron or something? Preseason? Something about like preseason.
God, people are so excited about that. I mean, I get it, but
excited about what?
Him playing in that preseason game, like
he played 15 minutes.
No, I think it's just weird that LeBron's wearing
It is weird.
Lakers jersey.
See, it doesn't come off that weird to me, like everybody else. Yes, it comes off to me as like. It doesn't. It looks natural to me. It doesn't. He never looks weird in nothing. Like he looks.
I don't mean he was wearing like baggy outfit or something.
You know what I mean? Like not weird. The Lakers are no longer the Lakers we think of. Like they're not.
What does that mean?
Like their jerseys they wear now don't even look like Lakers jerseys. Like I think of Lakers. I think of like the Lakers jersey. These jerseys out here look like some.
I don't think of that. Kobe's been wearing that forever. I mean. Nike made them like a little more slim fit or something, I guess. But other than that, it's just...
You know what looks weirder, though? Is Rajon Rondo wearing number 9. Because he looks like...
He always wears 9.
Well, on the Lakers, though.
Oh, Van Exel.
Yeah, it looks like Van Exel.
I forgot about that.
No, I didn't even notice that.
Does he start?
He did the other game.
So who's starting?
I think
Who cares?
Who cares?
What do you care if Rajon Rondo is starting or not?
Because they got a ball man.
I think he's still hurt.
Oh.
The team's not going to be very good. LeBron.
They got a bunch of crazy people.
LeBron probably will take them to the playoffs, but they ain't gonna be very good.
We know that. But you know you're going to be tuned in just like the rest of us. You still want to watch.
Probably on opening night and like some of the big games. But like if they're playing like Utah or I ain't watching.
What? You crazy. Why wouldn't you want Utah?
Who cares? I'm not watching.
Donovan Mitchell? Who doesn't want? Bro,
yeah, he's
I can't wait to
spectacular.
watch him.
But same thing in Portland. I'm not watching Lakers Portland either.
Yeah, you are.
Now Lakers Suns because Ayton and all other guys the Suns got, and we like we agree on this. We like Villanova man. What's his name?
Bridges.
Yes. Michael, whatever it is. Michael.
I like him a lot.
So I will be watching Lakers Suns, but Lakers and like random Lakers Spurs, I'm not watching. Now Lakers Raptors, now let's see, or Spurs Raptors, I might definitely be tuned in for that one.
Bro, imagine Kawhi getting into like a fight or something.
He'd be like,
I don't even know if it's possible. He'd probably take the punches.
I don't think it's possible. He's a robot. So
yeah,
he can't
he's the
affect
type
it.
that like just takes the punches.
He did make his first jumper of the preseason though.
I didn't watch him out there. Was it? Now to me,
I didn't watch
the Raptors is weird.
I didn't watch
It
the
is-
highlights.
that's
I
weird,
just
too.
watched. He just made, and I mean, he was like took one dribble, and the defense was nowhere, and made a pull up jumper.
Like there are certain players that
He's
like when
still
they go
Kawhi.
to
He's
the
going to
team-
average 28 or 30 or whatever. He's going to have a good year. I already told you this.
I never
you disagree,
thought.
but
Wait, who?
Kawhi is going to average about 30 or 28.
I didn't never
or whatever.
disagree with you on that.
I thought you said you disagree.
No, I said he was going to retire. I said he was going to retire.
That sounds like a disagreement.
that just means I was wrong about that. He about to go out there and be balling out. Like
All right.
he's gonna ball out. I never said he's gonna suck. I said he's gonna retire.
No, I didn't say suck, but I said he's going to be crazy balling, and you were like,
I don't know
nah.
about crazy ball. Who's
He
on the
already-
team with him?
He already
Lowry?
was crazy balling, so he's just going to
Lowry?
continue on crazy balling, be even better. He's older
We'll
now.
see.
Kawhi Leonard looked like Squidward.
Yeah, he does. He has a crazy look.
We need more reports from our resident expert on NBA.
Like what? What are we doing? Who's going to win it all?
I mean, might as well talk about
Definitely
it.
not picking that.
Why not?
It's too early.
It's the
Not
Warriors.
too early.
It's gonna be the Warriors, but
You're just going to have to do it in another episode if you don't do it in this one.
I mean, Warriors are gonna win it all. I mean,
Which team are you most excited to watch?
every single one.
That's not an answer.
I'm
Suns?
excited to watch Suns just because it's my team.
I
But
know why I'm
they got a
watching
lot of
Suns.
young players. Booker's hopefully he's healthy this year. Aiton's going to be good. They got a lot of young guys that.
I'm excited to watch the Bulls because of my guy,
Jabari.
Wendell. Yeah. The worst defensive player in the league, Wendell Carter Jr.
Y'all got one ACL between four players. On the team.
Suns, Lakers,
Markkinen's
Sixers.
out for like 2 months or something.
Suns, Lakers, Sixers,
Boston.
Celtics. I'm excited to watch.
Celtics with Hayward and Kyrie back. How are they
You
going to mix
gotta
all
do
that in?
that. And Kyrie got a little afro now.
Hayward sucks. He's gonna get
And he
traded.
said the
Something's
earth isn't
gonna
flat
happen.
anymore.
Say what? Yeah. She's such a.
Well, I said that to somebody, and they were like, "Kyrie's not really saying it's not flat anymore. He's just apologizing for
Yeah, he's
making
saying-
people deal with the stupidness."
He didn't say like, "Oh, the world ain't flat." You know, he just said, "I'm sorry that like it made such a big deal." About
Yeah.
it. But the fact that like stuff like SportsCenter, ESPN, and all them like put that in the ticker. I saw it in the ticker. Like Kyrie said.
I mean, it's kind of a big deal
man. Please, come on, stop it.
for
Saying that's a
High
big deal
pro-
means that there's like a possibility. You're thinking, like, we don't know. It's a possibility.
No. What the big deal is high profile people being morons. That's a big deal.
That doesn't belong in the SportsCenter ticker on the bottom.
No,
Kyrie apologizes
no, that's
for making
fine.
comments the world is flat. Like that is crazy.
Sure.
All right.
But he's
That's what ESPN is, though.
He's
Well,
yeah. I mean, he's an athlete, and it's a sports channel. I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time,
Topics like that strictly belong on like PTI, Sting This Podcast,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
yes.
I'm trying to think. I am excited to watch the Suns though. I will say
Actually,
that.
we know what I forgot to talk about on that Supreme topic was why is Supreme not offering to pay all the fines? Because all that's going to do is just build their brand even
Supremes
more.
are a bunch of jerks.
somebody.
Like that would make. I guess that's not counterculture to do that because they don't want to expand the brand. But Homeboy sold half the brand for $500 million already, so he obviously is interested in some kind of money.
I mean, I've seen people say like, why didn't that take place? But look,
The reason I brought that up is because this says J.R. Smith will cover up calf tattoo to avoid fines.
Yeah, 'cause he doesn't make enough money to.
I wonder how
cover
much
all
the
those
fines are. Do they like accumulate each game?
I think it's
I
based
think
on
it's
your salary.
$15,000
So.
a game.
Oh, really? Oh, well, you got that.
I don't know if it accumulates though if you keep doing it because I don't know.
I thought like maybe like first game 15,000, next game
30.
Yeah, like you get up to $1 million.
Jared says to me like I'm sitting out tonight.
I guess we can say rest in peace to Sandy Bodecker. I don't even know why I'm saying that. I never said rest in peace to people I know.
Who is
better
that?
than Aretha Franklin.
Who's that?
I don't know
SB
the guy, the
person?
SB guy. Somebody said they hope we talk about this. He reinvented the fat tongues and the Zoom air cushioning.
Is he only like 25 or what?
No, he looks pretty old. He looks like Ric Flair. I don't know.
Tinker's homeboy?
And we're supposed to know this guy. I apologize. I don't know who this is. I don't know if you know who this cat is. I don't know. I thought maybe you would know him. You're the SB resident SB owner. I only own 4. And I'm keeping my Bill Cosby SB.
The picture looks familiar, but that's definitely not the man who's on not Billions. What's the show? What'd I say? Ballers. That's definitely not OG Man.
Yeah, like I said, Suns, Lakers, Celtics, Sixers.
Oh yes, Sixers for certain.
That might be about it.
Markel. out
Maybe
there
Mavs a little
balling.
bit.
I don't know, he's gonna prove me right.
Knicks a little
I
bit.
know you didn't believe me.
Knicks a tiny bit.
Best player from that draft, fam.
Who?
Markel.
Oh, I will see. I like his parents.
That's a random.
Everyone
thing
got
to say.
excited. He had a jumper from the free throw line.
He had more than one.
Well, I know, but everyone lost their mind.
He
that
had a
first
3,
one.
fam.
Oh shit. Ben Simmons hit one yet?
That video is one of the funniest videos ever, dude. When they shoot threes and warm-ups, and then like the players for the All-Star game get up the dunk contest, like
They like edited the video, and it's like Ben
You haven't
Simmons
seen it yet?
making
No.
Ben Simmons
it's like
makes like
Shaq
a free
and all
throw.
that.
It's like all these old Jordan like
From the dunk contest, like all the players that, and they'd be like
There were-
grabbing somebody, they'd be like, oh.
Garnett,
There were, like,
Sean
do-rags and
Kemp,
stuff.
like, all of them. I'm like, yo. Senior Secret Tournament. So I'll get through that. I got another podcast out there waiting. Everybody listening, appreciate you guys listening. Like, follow, subscribe. Appreciate everybody who's voted. Definitely appreciate everybody who, like I said, listens, likes the show, tweets, retweets, all that type of stuff. Shows will probably be coming out Wednesday. The recording is going to be a little weird, because I do have T-ball now for my son, so they won't be on the usual Thursday morning. So this might come out tomorrow, wherever you're listening right now, or Thursday. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. So all the sneakers that did make it are the ones who I guess are supposed to. Like pretty much all top 16. The only wild card in this bunch is the Zoom glove, which the Zoom glove beat Kobe 4. All right.
There's people who don't know anything about shoes. No big deal.
Yeah, okay, don't know anything about shoes and pick the one they think is a better sneaker model is 2 different things.
Don't know anything about shoes. It's all right though.
So we're gonna go through this, and I'm interested to see what you say, George, on this model.
Well, I'm surprised. That was a close one. The LeBron 9 and
There was a few
the
close
generation.
ones. There was a close one. There was a couple close ones.
6th inning, Rockies up 1-0.
Nice. Cubs. Are
I hope the
outta
Cubs
here.
get eliminated.
Yeah,
I still
I
like
do
the
too.
Cubs.
I like the Cubs, but I feel like they should have they should have been better last year than they were. I like Bryant. I like a lot of Cubs players. I just like Wrigley Field. The number 1 seed Jordan 1 versus the number 2 seed Penny 1.
Why are the 1 seed and 2 seed playing the 3rd round?
I don't make this
Where's Jay?
stuff up. I don't make it's Shanghai Soul.
What is going on here?
I don't make the rules.
3
I
and
thought
4.
we had a
please?
bracket expert.
Bruh. Look, that's just how it turned out, fam. Look, I don't know what to tell you.
No, that's not okay. Whatever.
Look, can you pick one? Jordan 1 or
Yeah,
Penny
Jordan
1?
1, obviously.
Jordan 1.
Jordan 1's gonna win the whole thing.
You think that's the better model?
I mean, it's not the better
I
like
have no idea how there's votes in this,
but
but
the better like design. I mean, if
George
you're,
just voted.
if you're asking about the design, no, the Penny 1 was,
talking about the
was a
model.
cooler design.
model shoe.
Yeah, I understand
the
that.
whole
You
dis-
said is it better? It's not a better design. It's just a better shoe to wear around.
The 3 seed Reebok Question and the 4 seed Jordan 11.
Jordan
I'm
11.
going Question.
Jordan 11.
I'm gonna go question.
Nice.
No business playing each other, but
We got.
people are going to vote for the Concords. Are you joking?
I didn't say who was going. I'm talking about who I'm picking.
It doesn't matter. They're going to vote for Concords and Space Jams and whatever else.
The 5 seed Penny 2 versus the 6 seed Jordan 4.
Oh, you don't even need to ask me that question.
So Penny 2. I'm going Jordan 4.
I'm going Jordan 4.
Jordan 4. Now this is a good one right here. I know George isn't gonna pick it, but number 7, Nike Foamposite. Number 8, Jordan 3.
Nah, I'll pick Foamposite on that one.
Dang! What?
I think I made
You picked Grant Hill 1 over phone posit.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I can admit my mistake last week. I was assuming it was Grant Hill 2 number 1, but I still shouldn't have picked that over phone
You want
posit.
to put the Grant Hill 2 or phone posit?
Grant Hill 2 is better than Grant Hill 1. I don't know why.
No, that's 100% fact, but it's not better than phone posit.
No, I just
Might
said
be
I
preferred.
admitted my mistake. But
good.
I thought Grant Hill 2 was Grant Hill 1, which is why I said that.
That's the first step.
On Pac's CD cover, he got the Grant Hill 2.
Yeah, and I got that
video.
wrong. Somebody obviously corrected us. Was like, damn, he wore the Grant Hill 2s on the cover. I said, all right.
I saw that comment.
I'm going with foams as well.
Yeah, you got to go phones.
These gifts of the Cubs offense is pretty funny.
The Pippen, more up tempo, number 9 seed versus the 10 seed Nike KD4. I'm going Pippen. Air more up tempo.
I'm going KD4.
KD4 is my favorite, but Pippen, you got to go Pippen.
KD4.
11 seed Jordan 6, 12 seed Kobe 8. That's a hard one.
Drew said Jordan 6, Kobe 8.
Yep.
I'm going Kobe 8.
Kobe 8.
I'm going to go Kobe 8 too. Jordan 6. Jordan 6 is my favorite Jordan of all time, but something about they've lost their luster. Something about them just not the same. 29 seed Nike Zoom glove versus the 14 seed Jordan 5. I'm going Zoom glove. I think it's a better, cooler shoe.
Say it one more time. Glove against what?
Glove against Jordan 5.
Jordan 5.
I'm
Get
going
that
with
glove
glove.
trash out of here.
Glove? Hey, this one might be a hard one.
This one is a hard one.
I don't love Jordan 5s, but
No, it's not
gloves are
hard.
trash. So
15 Zoom Generation LeBron 1 against the 16 seed Zoom Flight 95. Jason Kidd.
I'm doing Jason Kidd.
I'm going to go Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd.
Good job, George.
All right.
Welcome. Welcome, fam.
All right.
We might have to re-bracket these after this.
Look, I had nothing
Jay,
to do with this.
Shanghai.
This is
re-bracket
at
it.
Shanghai Soul Jay Schwang.
I already told him he was a wacko on social media during
He
the
thinks
week.
you're a wacko. He says he's getting sick and tired of you looking at your phone during the podcast.
What he thinks is irrelevant to me. So
He makes a good point.
what point is that?
You're never looking up.
What's wrong with that?
Because I'm like this, talking to you, and you looking down.
Yeah, but we got AG in the building right now, so that's all that matters.
But if AG's not in the building, then I'm just staring at you. And he's like, who's AG?
No, I know.
that's weird. Huh?
Call me that all the time. I'm busy looking at my
That's
phone.
weird, fam.
What's weird? Talking to each other?
Yeah, staring at me is weird.
Yeah, I'm not staring at you. And you were doing a lot of staring at me when I was talking about Kanye. I thought it was like you were...
So you and Jay should be happy
follower.
this episode then.
Okay. I have nothing else. We appreciate everybody who listens, like, follow, subscribe. Appreciate Andy stopping by. Like I said, anybody's welcome to stop by. Like I said, we're just here in Arizona. If you're ever in town, stop on by.
Float on by.
We're open between the hours of 5:30 and 7.
All right.
We'll leave the light on for you.
Yes, Red Roof Inn.
I'm the Red
Yeah.
Roof Inn. Ain't that
Who knows?
Motel 6?
You got
Motel 6?
last words?
No, thanks for having me again.
Do Suns make the playoffs?
No. The West is too good.
Suns don't make the playoffs. Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
I tell you who
Maybe
does make the playoffs.
maybe next year, maybe 2 years.
I think maybe next year.
Who wins the Super Bowl? Because I don't think you were here when we picked. Did we pick ever?
We didn't pick. We never picked. No, we didn't pick. That's way too early to say.
No,
You're
you can
supposed
make
to
the
say
pick at the
before the
beginning of the season too. You gotta make pick at the beginning of the
You're
season.
just taking a wild guess.
Well, of course.
But like right now, if you're looking at all the teams right now,
Well, I know who you're gonna pick, but I disagree.
don't.
Yeah, I do.
Who?
You just said if you're looking at all the teams, which means I know who you're gonna pick.
no, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Who?
Let the guest go first.
Fine, go.
Well, let me think about it. I gotta think.
Who am I gonna
ahead.
pick?
You're gonna pick the Chiefs,
No, I'm
aren't you?
Yeah.
I hate the Chiefs.
Chiefs Rams is what he was gonna
I
say.
hate the Chiefs.
I'd probably say the
say?
Rams.
And they're gonna win it.
Yeah, they're
All
gonna
right.
win it.
Who are they gonna play in the Super Bowl?
Probably the Patriots.
That's
Patriots are going.
That's my
Rams are going.
That's my Super Bowl.
That's what's gonna happen.
Dang, 3 agreements. How
Chiefs,
about that?
The Chiefs,
The Rams are good.
Falcons.
Yeah, I didn't think they were that good.
They
And again, in
are
the first
good.
half against the Raiders, they didn't. Now, granted, I was texting with my buddy. He said something about like the Rams didn't play anyone in the preseason, so they had no practice. Derek Carr had 2 drives in the preseason, so it's not like he had remarkably more playing time than Goff did. They just have better coaching and more talent, especially when you trade away the best defensive player in the league, Khalil Mack, except maybe for Aaron Donald. I don't know.
Rams, Patriots, Super Bowl. Sleeper team to make the Super Bowl. Ravens.
No.
No.
Hell no. 8-8. Ravens 8-8.
What?
Sleeper team to make this. That's actually a good one. Sleeper team to make the Super Bowl.
Jaguars.
I think they're undefeated. Or they lose? They lose one game? No, they're undefeated with a win over the Patriots by like double digits. That's not a sleeper.
Dolphins.
Yes.
That's a real sleeper. Cardinals. Why do the Cardinals suck? I blame
Mike McCoy.
The Cardinals.
Man, y'all love. No, it's everybody.
The Cardinals. I saw a statistic today. The Cardinals have the fewest yards through 4 weeks, offensive yards, since like. You know what? Let me just look at my retweet.
But Rosen played pretty good. I watched him live.
They had drops. I mean, J.J. Nelson dropped, which should have been like a 60-yard touchdown pass or whatever.
They said he would have been at 71% completion ratio without those drops.
I'm watching Fitz out there dropping passes. I'm like, ugh.
Let me see what
they were so hyped.
Of our 3 teams, who's got the best quarterback right now?
The Cardinals have the fewest yards through 4 games.
Probably his.
Since the Texans in 2002 expansion.
Is Carr better than Prescott?
I think honestly, if I would have to let me watch Dak more because does Dak panic when he takes a snap? Because Carr
panics when he comes up the tunnel when they call his name.
Carr is like this. Carr have a clean pocket. Now Carr is thrown for a lot of yards this year, and that's because his receivers are all good and no one can cover them. But if Tom Brady or someone else had the receivers the Raiders do, he's like this. He takes a snap, he'll have a clean pocket, and he's like
he does.
There was a play I watched where he ended up throwing it to Marshawn Lynch, and he actually gained 15 or 20 yards or whatever, but that's because Lynch, it should have been like a 4-yard catch.
Well, he broke everybody off.
Yeah, he broke 2 dudes' ankles, broke 17 tackles, and it was a 20-yard play, and it should have been a 4-yard play, but Carr, from a clean pocket, stepped into trouble, into like almost to a sack, and then bailed out by throwing it to beast mode. I don't want that as my quarterback, man. I don't care if he throws for 350 yards every game.
When watching Raiders games in the sweet thing or whatever, the Cardinals game, I saw Amari Cooper on TV more that game than I've seen all year combined. All right.
Did you see the route that Cooper ran?
Yeah, he doesn't throw it. Now, he does panic.
No, Cooper had a good game because Carr actually threw him the ball. But no, there was a route that Cooper ran. It was a double move. The DB, Cooper put his foot in the ground, changed direction. The DB fell over, and it would have been however many yard touchdown. Carr threw it 10 yards out of bounds because he panicked and threw it, and Cooper was like this.
I think he's scared to get hurt again.
What are you doing? Well, of course he is.
Look,
yeah.
Carr is better than Prescott.
I think I have to watch Dak because I don't know if Dak panics like that, because if he doesn't, like, you watch Johnny Manziel, yes, he made some mistakes in that game. He has no issues. Well, who?
Mayfield, you said Manziel.
Oh, yeah, Baker Mayfield, sorry. Sorry.
He has a ton of issues.
Yeah, I was like...
Baker Mayfield, you watch him in that game, pocket presence, unreal.
Same with Josh Rosen.
He might make some bad throws every once in a while, but he'll stand in there and deliver it. He'll shake off tackles, no panic in the pocket at all, and like goes through his progressions fast too. This is a kind of a weird quarterback class where like 3 of the guys might be really good. Sam Darnold has no help, so it makes sense that he's struggling. He has no help.
See how good he is.
But if you put Sam Darnold on Cleveland, he would look just like Baker Mayfield.
I think a lot of quarterback
or Rosen, same thing. There's 3 good. Allen, I don't know. We'll see. He had 1 good game week 3, and then week 4 again he was
they
trash.
Got destroyed. Yeah. How you go to Minnesota and give them a 0, and then you go and get washed by who they get beat by?
Everyone was ready to like anoint him too, and then like I saw on social media after that game, Allen might end up being the best one out of all of them.
All right, he hurdled one player. Broke his neck. Like relax. All right. I don't think I have anything else. Nothing else. Good episode, guys. A lot of baseball talk. Go Dodgers. Go A's. Why you guys? I'm gonna have Oakland all over you.
Pause. Yeah, Number 1, I'm a Raider fan, so Oakland can't get on me.
Okay.
Pause.
But they're in Vegas now. Anyways,
I need the A's to lose so that Raiders can play on a grass field the next time they have a home game.
The Raiders still playing on that. Bro, watching them pass.
Did you see Lynch running through the dirt?
When they threw a route, I forgot we were, and then I was like, bro, I couldn't even see the receiver in the dirt. He was running through the green, and once he crossed it, they disappeared. I would have missed him too.
That must have been the Browns player.
I would have missed him. I was like, there's no way I would have hit him running through that dirt. Seeing a pass fly by second base, like it is wild.
Playing in the sandlot.
I used to hate when the Cowboy Stadium went from the shadow to the light. I used to love the way it looked on TV, but there's no way as a player you can play in that. Like when your eyes, that contrast. When you go to the new Cowboy Stadium, same way. They have the dome. It's like a laser when the sun is shooting on the field. Throwing a ball, like when your players, especially the uniforms that everyone's wearing, you're Raider black hole. You're running across everybody who looks like you in the stands, and you're in the green grass, and you just disappear. I was like, I lost him too. He threw the ball, and it just went through the back of his own. I don't blame him. I lost him. So, anyways, all right, that's Sneak This.